Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Finding Your Purpose. I hope everybody is good out there. I hope life is treating you the way it should. Excuse me. Um, Before we get started, like I always do, I want to tell everyone to please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Once we get to 1,000 followers and above, we can start our fun. I have a bunch of giveaways planned and all other kind of good stuff, but we have to get the following up. So if you don't follow, please hit that subscribe button. And if you do, thank you. But don't forget to tell your loved ones and everybody else to please subscribe. Okay, with that being said, let's get into today's topic. Now, you guys, I'm always stressing to pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to who it is that you're dealing with, especially when it comes to relationship situations. And with that being said, we're going to talk about Miss Jayniece. Now, it may be Janice or Janice. They have it several different ways, so I'm gonna say the most way that I seen it was Janice. Now this story is coming out of Houston, Texas. Good Lord, for the love of me, what is going on in Houston, Texas, you guys? So you have Miss Janice. She was in a relationship with this crazy ass back in 2020. Um, but something happened. So they, well, she called it off. But Michael wouldn't take no for an answer. Like, it got to the point to where he was harassing her and going, wherever she was, and, you know, telling, even telling her family members that if he can't have her, nobody can. He even went to her dad's house and said that, nah, I don't know how many dads would let that fly. I mean, first of all, you're threatening. Secondly, you're threatening my child. I don't know how many dads would let that fly. But maybe her dad was just, being patient. So, as I said, they were together in 2020. Now, he kept harassing her over time to the point to where she had to put a protection order, you know, against him. Now, she did what you're supposed to do, but apparently he didn't give a shit about that. He kept following, he kept harassing, talking crazy. He even went um over to her house where she was with her new boyfriend, and he demanded to speak with her, and he was like, no, no, it's not a good idea, whatever, you're not speaking to my girl, could you please leave? So he left. Then he found out where she worked. He went over there. Boy, I tell you, this Michael character, way out of pocket. way out of pocket, and I don't understand how he didn't have his ass handed to him. Okay, so he finds out where she works, demands to see her phone, throws it, cracks it, leaves. Okay, the next day, you know, her family's, wondering like where she at. They were gonna have some sort of gathering. Where she at? They've been calling, no response. Okay, they're starting to get worried because she was very family oriented. So she was gonna be at the family gathering unless she was sick or something other than that. But she would always let them know. So her boyfriend shows up. He's like, I thought she was here, and you know, he's I thought I missed her this morning, and I've been trying to call her, so I was like, okay, maybe she's at her family's house. They're getting ready for the gathering. Nope, she's not there. So they file a missing persons report the next day because you have to wait 24 hours, which is stupid, but you do. And shortly after, they find her lifeless, shot to death in a car. And the family, everybody knows who did it because they start thinking back to the threats that Michael has given them. If I can't have her, nobody can. All the harassments, things he's done, going to her job, finding her phone, smashing the phone, you know, just making her life a living hell. And my thing is, as well as her family's questioning too, how come he was not arrested? I mean, she reported every time he harassed her. She reported it. They they said they seen where she had a protection order against him. How come he was not picked up? From my understanding, that's excuse me, that's violating an order. I just don't understand, and those are the same questions her family was asking as well. You guys knew she had, problems with him. She reported it. She had, a protection order against him. Every time he came around her, when he shouldn't have been around her, she reported it. You guys have all this on him. Plus, you have shit from way before they got together because he was already in trouble with the law. So, this man is on a rampage. Why was he not arrested? So, you guys, this is what I say. Sometimes, and no, don't get me wrong, I'm not a violent person, I am not. But sometimes you have to take matters into your own hands. Because, yes, not all cops are bad, no. But, I just think sometimes, I don't know, maybe these stations or precincts get so overwhelmed that some cases slip through the cracks. But my thing is, he has been harassing her for 3 years and change. I'm pretty sure you guys have a shitload of reports, and some are current. So I don't understand how her case was just getting ignored like this. Like, obviously, she's not joking around here. Like, I don't know if it was the chief at whatever station that her calls were coming from. Well, her calls were going to, rather. I don't know if the chief was not on the same page or if they were just overwhelmed. But here's my thing: why do you guys not say something if things are overwhelmed? Call in some more help, because I don't get this. Now, if she was to take matters into her own hands, she would have been locked up with the quickness. If the roles were reversed and she took matters into her own hands, she would have been locked up. Her case wouldn't have slipped through the cracks, whatever. They would have got on it. Case in point, if her family would have took matters into their own hands, such as her dad. Let's use her dad for example, because he went to her dad's house and told him, "If I can't have her, nobody can." Now, if her dad would have took matters into his own hands, it would have been a crime, and the dad probably would be locked up, probably not getting out and not having a chance at parole or anything. So my thing is, these police stations and, you know everybody else involved, they need to get serious on the job or get more help, have more people help. I'm pretty sure there's enough people at each station that could help out on a case if there's help needed, because there's a lot of these types of cases that are becoming more common, where you actually have the protection order and you're still not safe. You're still not safe, and neither is your family. But yet, they always tell you to get a, restraining order, get all this and that. Well, you do all that, and you guys still fail them. What do you do when you do as you're told? You do what the law tells you to do, but yet you still end up getting the short end of the stick. I don't I don't understand, you guys. I really don't. But, like I said, I don't want to, say that, all cops are bad, because no, they're not. It's just one apple spoils the whole bunch. So now nobody trusts cops, really, to be honest. But what do you do when you do as you're told by the law? Okay, when someone's harassing you, threatening you, okay, get a restraining order. You get a restraining order, and the person violates the restraining order because they come to where you're at, like, without a care in the world. They don't care about the little order of protection you have against them. I mean, Michael went to her job, her home with her new boyfriend. No, mind you, as I said earlier, they were together in 2020. And he had harassed her since they broke up until, I believe this happened on the 9th of this month, which is, well, not this month. It was the 9th of January. Yeah, because we're in February already. So, here's my thing. How was he allowed to get away with that from 2020 all the way up until 2024? When she was reporting every time he bothered her, went to a family member's house. I mean, he slashed her tires. All this evidence that he was around her when he shouldn't have been, and he got away with it. Like, come on. The system needs to be fixed. It really does, because you're not safe. But yet, they flip on you if you take matters into your own hands. I don't get it, guys. That's why I always tell you to just be safe. And when you are thinking about being in a relationship, try your hardest to learn them before you get in a relationship, which I know it's hard because people do put on acts. They do. People put on acts, so you really don't know if they're being genuine, if it's the real them, or they're just putting on an act because they think that's what you want to see. But at this point, we have no choice but to be cautious and try to look at all aspects before you get in a relationship, because some people just don't accept no, and they don't get the understanding of reasons why things don't work out. So you just gotta think to yourself, my life matters. Is this even worth trying? Because what if he or she is not the person I'm thinking they are? What if they flip or anything? But at the same time, everybody is not, you know, someone that'll take, your life or anything like that. You just have to really pray on it and let God guide you to your decisions. So, with that being said, just pray for jayniece's family. I believe her last name is Robinson. So just pray for her family, and you know pray that our justice system gets fixed, because it's really sad when you do what you're supposed to do and you still get the short end of the stick. So with that being said, you guys, remember, we are all designed for a purpose. Therefore, we all have a purpose. So with that being said, if you found your purpose, stand in it. Don't let anyone knock you off. And if you haven't found your purpose, it's okay. Keep searching. It's there. No matter how big, how small, you will find it. And with that being said, you guys, I love y'all. Stay safe out there, and I will catch you next week.